Iraq is the home country of thousands of Yazidis, but you can find Yazidis in every corner of the world. Today, Lincoln is the biggest home for Yazidis in all of North America, with over 3,000 people. One of the first Yazidis to come to the United States was Aishan and her family, who came to Lincoln in 1998 after living in refugee camps in Syria for 8 years. When asked about whether there were any differences between American life and Iraqi life, she stated that, well, yes, obviously things have changed. Neither the country nor the norms are the same. Inevitably, whatever country you go to, you will follow the norms of that country. Recalling her life in Iraq, she added, in Iraq there was no work for women. Their only job was to take care of their family and do housework. There was no retiring. You would just sit at home, make food, and take care of your kids. Here you either retire or go to work. Another Yazidi living in Lincoln, Khalaf Hasso, came to the United States in 1997 when he was only 11 years old. He adds, I don't see that much change in the adults. Like my parents, they mostly kept their traditions and customs, but the younger ones became more Americanized. I was only 11 when we came here. I see myself more Americanized. I still have that tradition and custom and mentality, but I have been here for about 23 years, so obviously I'm different than someone who just came to Lincoln. When asked about what is important to her and her family, Aishan replied, the important thing is not to change your traditions and not to lose your sense of being Yazidi. This is our religion, and these have been our traditions for thousands of years. Something, especially here in Lincoln, very important and popular among this community is a celebration of weddings. Khalaf says, weddings in our culture and the Yazidi community are very big. They make a very big deal about it. When I got married, I tried to convince my wife not to have a wedding. I told her with all of the money that we're going to spend, I would take her and travel all of the United States, but she thought that this was crazy and didn't go with it. And she still wanted to spend all of the money on the singers, big hall, and the food, and I respected that. The Yezidi community here in Lincoln is very big, and Hawde Al-Jindi, a 65-year-old woman who came to Lincoln in May of 2017 after spending 9 sleepless, waterless, and foodless days in the mountains of Sinjar and later about 3 years in IDP, internally displaced people camps, tells us how she feels about being in Lincoln. The life here is good, but Iraq is our home and life. It's our property. Our dead people are there, everything including our childhood. If Iraq was to be better, if America or any other country could help and make our country better and like before, it would be better for us. Otherwise, this place feels like we are still home. But the country you were born in will always have your heart. Like right now, my kids were all sitting by me. Why would I want to go back when there's no one there for me? Leave my brothers and relatives aside. The Jindo family is really big. 1,500 houses would be full of our family and relatives. All around the world, half of my kids show me their camps and their way of life right now, and it breaks my heart because it's such a poor life. My heart is always with them. My heart feels good in this country, but my kids' lives always worry me.
راستا ويا ويا وجاني ويا ويا راستا ويا ويا جاني ويا ويا تقلا مني ويا وتوبو مني ويا تقلا مني ويا وتوبو مني ويا